luxury lovers, my name is Natashea and welcome to my channel. My channel, if you haven't been here already, is about luxury travel, all things luxury, and investing your money properly in order to afford those luxuries, because who doesn't want that? So if you love any of those things, that you're gonna love this place. I have Money Talk Mondays on Mondays, and then I have Luxury Talk on Fridays, so stay tuned for both. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if any of those things appeal to you. So yes, I know it's been a while, but between my birthday, the winter storm here in Texas, and all the things that were going on, I have just been so sidetracked. I have not had a chance to come and talk to you guys. So I had a whole bunch of content planned, and obviously because I've been off for a couple of weeks, I'm gonna have to like reorganize it. And after giving it some thought, it made some sense for me to talk about my cardinal rules around investing, just to kind of help you guys think through what your rules would be for yourself around investing, so that by the time you are getting into it, specific stocks themselves, you have this good basis on how you should approach investments via stock trading. So today's Money Talk Monday talk. I'm giving my top 5 reasons, top 5 cardinal rules. Rule number 1: invest in companies that you know. And by that I mean companies that you support by purchasing from them, by following their entrepreneurial journey, by following their company journey. Companies like, if you like Starbucks and you drink Starbucks every day, then investing in Starbucks, buy Starbucks stocks. If you are a Nike fan and you love Nike, buy Nike stocks. If you love Gucci, buy Gucci stocks, which is under Kering Limited. Buy Kering stock. If you love Louis Vuitton, buy Louis Vuitton stock, because those are the companies you support with your dollars on a daily basis. And so that's my first rule, and that's a rule I actually learned from listening to Warren Buffett. I guess he had some kind of sit down interview, and he talked about that's one of the things that he suggested to the average investor, and something that he follows himself, is to invest in companies you see on a daily basis that you want to support, and if they're publicly owned, you can go ahead and buy their stock. So that's my first and most important rule, for many reasons, because you know how you can tell how successful they are by your patronage, by seeing how other people are excited about the company. You can kind of see how its longevity is going to go, and that's really important when it comes to investing. My second rule is to almost never sell. The stock market is cyclical. Now, I said I used to work in the investment world. I don't anymore. I didn't really deal with stocks directly, but I did, in my 8 years in a finance company, get to see like the ups and downs between 2008 and things going up and down and up and down. So you kind of have to brace yourself for those ups and downs, and kind of change your mindset and not panic sell, because that mindset will mean that you're probably going to lose out on the best trading days in a long period of time and make less money as a result. There was a study done on if you had put in money into the S&P 500, for example, over the course of 10 years, and I'll put a link to the article down below, that if you had put in $10,000, I think they said 1980, that if you had just panic sold that position for just, okay, so if you had kept it from 1980 till 2020, you can correct me, but the article is in there, you would have made about $700,000, right? And if you took out your money if you were not in the market for 5 of the best trading days during that 20-30 year period or 40-year period, you would have made only $295,000. And the more days you were out because you panic sold and then got back in, and panic sold and got back in, is high, because none of us can tell what the stock market is going to do. And so the best thing is to almost never sell. And I say almost never because there are situations where the companies gonna claim bankruptcy or whatever has happened in the case of like Hertz. They're not even listed anymore. Those are the things you want to watch out for, and in those cases, yeah, everyone has to sell in those situations. All right. My third rule is never use money that you need in the next 12 months. And that goes into like the whole mindset of like, if you have to keep selling, there's two reasons to me having this cardinal rule. One, it takes about a year of holding something for the gains on that stock or that holding to be considered long-term capital gains. So if you keep buying and selling throughout the year, you're going to be taxed on the short-term gains model, which is a higher percentage of interest. So you don't want to do that. And second of all, you should really be thinking about stocks in the long term. And when I say long term, I mean 5 to 10 to 20 years of investing. The people who end up millionaires like in their 40s or their 50s are people who started investing when they were 20. Even if at that time it was only $100 a month or $50 or whatever the heck they could afford, that's what they put into the stock market. So you're thinking 5 years minimum is a strategy, and 20 years is ideal. I know that's a long time, but that time is going to pass anyway, and you could be trying other things to make your money grow. But as a cardinal rule, you want to continue to put more and more money into the stock market, and not be money that you need. You can't, put money in lieu of, don't take your rent money and put it in the stock market is basically what I'm saying. If you need to pay rent this month, don't do that. Rule number 4 is don't watch the daily fluctuations. We're all human and it's easy to panic. I used to have like the alerts on Robinhood, so I had to stop those because I was just like, I cannot keep seeing, oh, it's down 5%, it's down another 10%. So you don't want to watch those daily fluctuations because it's going to tempt you to sell, to panic sell, which drives the price even further, and you're solidifying your losses. So if you are on paper or in your portfolio value have lost 15% of the value, so now you went from, I don't know, 100,000 to 85,000. Like, do not sell, because once you sell, you have solidified the $15,000 loss, and now it's yours to keep. So yeah, like I said, if you know the companies you're investing in, you know they're long-lasting companies like Costco or Walmart, because you see how many people go in there and you yourself are a big fan of these companies, then, chill. Just chill. So, and this is a perfect segue into my rule number 5, which is instead of watching the daily fluctuations, watch the news and development around the company. So like, watch what Tesla's announcing, watch what Costco is announcing. I think Costco recently announced that they were gonna pay all their workers $15 as a minimum wage across the US. That's good news. As an investor, you might see that as bad because it's gonna lower their profit margins. Or it's gonna make people excited to purchase more and want to support Costco more. Like, you really can't tell, but if you hear they're having trouble with their debt or things like that, then yeah, you might want to consider, like, is it time to sell? Is the company going down? But I think it's really good to watch the news around the company and their developments, and how they're structuring their business, and how their sales are going, and listening to those shareholder meetings instead of those daily fluctuations, because honestly most of them are based on people's emotions and trading and not really strong basis. But if a company is solid and it has solid sales and they continue to increase, it is a safe bet to keep your money in that company's stock. So I didn't want this video to be super long, but like I said, these are my five cardinal rules. Next week I'll be talking about my 2021 investment wish list. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But I thought it was important for you guys to know the rules that I base my trading on and my investments on, before we get into the nitty-gritty. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like it and subscribe. It means a lot to me. I'm still a small content creator, but I'm really passionate about the things that I talk about. So anyway, I will see you guys on Friday. I have my birthday unboxing, so keep an eye out for that. Again, don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you guys. Bye.